Here with you tonight, and it is Friday Night Arcade, guys. Okay, just make sure everything is working. Oh, I'm on the wrong screen, that's why. Okay, sitting here making sure, wanting things to work, and then I'm on the wrong screen on my computer. Okay, well, just getting things set up, guys, as usual. Making sure everything works. This is just on the wrong side of the screen. Giving you guys a few minutes to trickle in. Okay, well, there. Uh, Doing that and double checking. I hope a few of you will come in, and I'm just finishing up getting this on. Hopefully you guys are seeing the right title. Doing that and Friday Night Arcade. Okay, hopefully this is appearing correctly. Let's get my YouTube window open. Sorry guys, I was hopefully you guys are seeing the right. I wasn't sleeping, but I was laying down, I guess, and it never fails. Every time I get on here to stream, my phone starts exploding. I don't even know who that was. But just get popping things up. I was having trouble figuring out what I wanted to play tonight. I'm very tired. I was in the office today, which doesn't always mean I'm tired, but I don't know. I just when I got up this morning, I had a hard time. Last night. Just get popping things up. Hold on. I was having trouble. No, that's the wrong button. What I wanted to play tonight. Sorry. Yeah, I was just having a hard time trying to. Okay, last night I had a lot of work I had to do from home. Okay, so I was sitting at my computer for a very long time, and I get very stiff and sore when I have to sit for too long in a row. So after sitting for a long time doing my work from home, then I went and did a stream, because I usually do a Thursday night stream, and I was playing Neverwinter Nights, the Enhanced Edition, which is fine, but I was so determined to finish off the one part of the game, which is the second chapter, but it was one of the quests on the second chapter, and I was so determined to do it that I ended up having an over 4-hour stream. Because I guess it just took a lot longer to finish it than I was expecting. So, yeah, it was a really long stream. And I loved it. It just took so long to finish. I don't know why. I wasn't expecting it to take that long. I guess maybe I should have really split that one into two different sessions, but I was just being really stubborn, and as a result I was sitting there after all day doing my work. I was sitting there for over 4 hours in the evening doing my Neverwinter Night stream, and well, a lot of fun then. I'm hurting for it now, so I had to take an extra pill last night, medication for pain. And so when I have to do that at night, the next day I'm really tired. So I woke up this morning. My back is feeling better, fortunately, but I just have felt dragged out all day. That's why I don't usually take two of those if I don't have to. But anyway, so if my voice is a little crunchy, I apologize. But thank you for joining me. This is what I decided to play tonight. I've actually not played this one before, so this is new for me. It's the Super NES version of Frogger. So, I'm trying to figure out how to make it work with my controller. And I'm sorry, I'm talking kind of weird. I apologize again. I'm just a little slow, I guess. I wasn't sleeping, but I was laying down. Oh, excuse me. Oh, there's the SNES controller. And I've been trying to make the, I've been trying to make the controller work, but it's not. So I think I'm just going to have to use the keyboard. And that's fine. We'll use the keyboard to play. But one of my speaking of old arcade games, because it is Friday Night Arcade, probably my favorite one of all time was Frogger, the original Frogger, for not for the regular Nintendo even, but for um, Atari, way back in the day. So I did it at one point. Oh, it was dumb. At one point, I found an emulator that was essentially Frogger, or was actually Frogger, and I played it for a while. Um, but it was kind of a pain in the butt to set up, as I recall. So I found this one, and it essentially, I mean, it is Frogger. It's just a little bit better graphics, completely different sounds. I still prefer the original, but I pulled this one up tonight, and I thought, well, this is essentially Frogger, essentially my favorite game. So I figured we'd try this one out and see how it goes. See if it's at all the same as the original that I love so much. And obviously the gameplay is similar. No! And I got it to working pretty easy. So I'm just going to bounce around here for a little while. We're going to play Frogger and see what happens. And I don't know, maybe I'll end up changing games here later on if I get bored of this. Or I might just not do as long a session tonight because I am so tired. I have, my gaming group tomorrow. So I don't want to stay up late tonight. I certainly can't do another 4-hour stream because that's just not good for me physically. But I want to have a good time while I'm here. Hoping some of you guys will come in. We can hang together, have a good time. Talk old arcade games. You know another game that I have not found yet in an emulator that I would really like to play? It was an old Atari game named Dolphin. And basically you played, does anybody else remember this? You played as this little dolphin flipping around in the ocean. And you, oh, I can't go through the sides. Oh. There are different versions of this game. Some you could go through the sides of the screen and some you couldn't. That didn't go so well. Anyway, as I was saying, one of the older games that I used to love was Dolphin. And yeah, you're a dolphin going around through the sides of the screen while in the ocean. And you were running away from, or swimming away from, I guess, the evil octopus. Because if the evil octopus caught you, he was going to eat you. And, you know, it was Atari, so very simple controls, very simple objective. Just had to avoid the octopus. But I remember those sounds. Woo! Just as much as I do, you know, Pole Position and Frogger's original sounds, Pac-Man. So if anybody ever finds where you can get an emulation of the Dolphin game, original Atari Dolphin game, please let me know. Because I'd really like to play that one. I just really like to be taken back to those old nostalgic times, as you guys know. So, do everything I can do to emulate those times. It's really good for me to know that I can't go through the sides of the screen. I believe the original Frogger, you could go through the sides of the screen without dying, and just you come out the other side. For some reason in this one it's not letting me do that. I think with the original Frogger, you could go through the you could go through the sides up until a certain level. And when you got to a higher level, that was one of the challenges, was that you couldn't go through the sides. So I don't know why they started changing this for the subsequent games. Being the purist I am of the originals, what did I do? Oh my goodness. I think, wasting my frogs here. I think that you should be able to go through the sides. Because that's what the original game did. Until you get to a higher level. It doesn't tell me what, oh, watch out for bay gators in level 2. Okay. So we're on level 2 now. Yeah, I couldn't get my controller to work. Oh, I could hear it. Did you guys hear that growl? Yeah, that game that I was talking about, Dolphin. That's basically the sounds that you had going through, was this. Yeah, okay, so how about I actually try to successfully do this game? This is kind of not going so well. Alright, get ready. The snarky little frog. And as I'm recalling Dolphin, there's a part of that game where a dove goes over the top of the screen, and if you get the dove, if you go to the top of the screen and you flip your little dolphin tail up to where the dove is, then I think you're invincible for a short period of time. So the octopus can't eat you. It's a pretty creepy octopus too. I know that sounds kind of funny. And again, it's such a simple game, but when you're a little dolphin, man, you're trying to get away from an octopus, it's pretty scary. It's like this amorphous purple octopus shape. Yeah, one of the good things too about playing these old arcade games is that I can switch pretty quickly and pretty easily to a different game if I want to. So, if I choose to switch, if we get bored of this, I may do that. There was also Frogger 2, and when I played Frogger 2, it was a PC game. That was some 20-odd years ago, so I haven't seen a replication of that one yet. It wasn't my favorite, but it was fun. Very different. They were trying to obviously modernize it. I'll have to see if I can find Frogger 2 sometime to play, because it was pretty fun. I remember that I beat that game. And I didn't usually beat games, but it was relatively easy to beat. It was like you're going around on a, sort of like a side-scroller, and you had a definite board that you were going around on. I can't think how else to describe it. Hey, lady frog. But yeah, it was similar to these graphics, but not quite. And then, yeah, they basically turned it into a side-scroller is what they did. This is definitely not a side-scroller. Well, I don't know. Is this a side-scroller? No, because you don't go to the side. You pretty much just stay on this. Like Mario Brothers, you know. You go side to side on a board and keep going. So yeah, that one was fun. I'll have to see if I can find that one. But again, it wasn't for the original consoles. It was for the PC. So yeah. Hey, Brenton, you want to check this, please? Ask my son to provide dinner. Oh, can you check this, please? My frog has spots in this one. Did you notice that? Oh, original frog. I really got to get better at this. Original Frogger, of course, you're just this little green, almost like a spider frog. And it was just green. You literally don't have any other color on you. Okay, so this level, I gotta actually try to survive. Instead of dying every few seconds, let's try to get past some levels. Okay, I wanted to start way over on the left. The ones on the far ends are actually the hardest to get, so I wanted to get that out of the way. Also, the turtles. Thank you. In the original Frogger game, the turtles, some of them were brown and some of them were yellow. And the brown ones would always stay above water and they would never jump underneath. This game, it kind of looks like all of the turtles go underwater at some point instead of supporting your weight, which at least that's what it feels like. Because like when I get on it, I have a limited time to be on it. It's what it seems like, and that's not true to the original game either. Yeah, originally, of course, some of them disappeared and some of them stayed up all the time. I don't know. Just some minor differences I'm noticing. Hey guys, I'm about to pass the first board. So, okay, one more. Ooh, there's a fly in there. I get extra points for the fly. Woo! Whoops. Didn't mean to pause it. Bay alligators. I'm trying to keep my lives this time. I want to see how far I can get. So far, I've only gotten level 2. I like the little noise they have, though, for the crocodiles. That's fun. Come on, lady. Well, those turtles didn't go underneath. Hi. I got the lady. The lady. The lady. So I started watching a new series on Netflix this week. Well, it's not new, but it's new to me. I have these long lists of TV shows I want to watch and books I want to read, both of those two things. And this is one that was on my list, not because I thought like it was anything that I might particularly enjoy, but just because other people had told me it was really good and it had been pretty powerful, pretty popular, and I thought there might be something to it. So I started watching Downton Abbey this week. And to my surprise, I actually have ended up really enjoying it. I've really gotten into it. Oopsie. I just exploded, apparently. So yeah, I've been having a lot of fun watching Downton Abbey. And it fits me because in the book series that I'm writing right now, I already had, there was some maidservants, some female maidservants and stuff, for some of the characters. And they had Cockney accents because it's supposed to be sort of, in some ways, similar to kind of Victorian England with the servants and stuff. Not all the characters, but some of them are like that. So, yeah, it just gave me a lot of inspiration for that, and some different scenes I'm going to write for the servants. Now, it's definitely not all about the servants, which Downton Abbey kind of is. Oh, I'm running out of time. Oh. But, oh, I was almost there. Is this my last frog? I gotta be careful. Still only on level 2. Anyway, it's just gonna end up being some very fun. Stupid alligator. It's ended up being some very fun inspiration. Bike, bike, bike. I see you, lady. I want you. I mean, not like, no. That came out wrong. Oh! Aw. Okay, we gotta get past level 1 now. This is getting silly. Blinky, 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 boo. What was that? I totally landed on a log. That was cheap. I demand a redo. They cheated. I want that frog back. Okay. Well, there, I just did well with that one. I think I had the lady and the frog the lady and the fly that time. So that's encouraging. I'm not going to stick around too long on the bottom. I want the lady, but I also need to get up there in time. I don't need to be running out of time and wasting my frogs. Anyway, I hope you guys had a good week. Mine was good. It seemed to go really quick. Like, there was just so much I needed to do. I was busy with my regular work, the stuff that I had to do from home. Thank you, Britain. So, I guess that made it go pretty quickly. Yeah, and there's a lot occupying my mind, too. I started brainstorming for book 3 in my series. Up to now, I've had the full rough draft for book 2 written, and that was, obviously I had all of book 1. It's on its final edit, and then all of the rough draft for 2 is finished. I never worked on 3 yet, not as such. I mean, there's been bits and pieces of the story I've worked on before, but I had never, I hadn't really officially started on book 3's rough draft yet. So I'm happy to say that I just started that this week. So that's been keeping my mind occupied, and yeah. Oh, level 2. Yay. I'm doing good. I still got this frog and 1 more in reserve. So we're getting further. Anyway, so yeah, just with all that stuff going on, I've had a lot kind of occupying my mind. That's a good thing. It does make... Oh, good. I wasn't sure if I made that. I started seeing the gator's nose appearing in the spot I was trying to go into. I guess it's good when time goes quickly. But, you know, not that I'm old or anything, but when you start getting a little bit older to where you don't have a lot of free time and you're just not feeling quite as spry and lively as you usually do, time going fast can be kind of a scary thing. Wow, I'm really hoarse today, guys, and I'm really rambly, so I apologize. Hopefully some of you guys will come in. I'm getting there. Oh, this is my last frog. No! What the heck? Oh, that was so cheap. I totally didn't go into that car, but it decided that I did. So down on my frog log, I get 4 in reserve. Okay, they give you 5 lives. The one you're using, and then four frogs on a log in reserve. So here we go again. Remember, the goal here is to get past level 2. And I wish my voice was working. It was just a product of being tired, I guess, because I have been so tired today. I was in the office today. I don't know, I guess I've been more sleepy, but I was pretty darn tired today. Boink, boink, boink. Okay, I totally didn't jump off into the water. That's another thing. In the original Atari version of this game, you could literally, like, be hanging off the ends of the turtle or the log and just holding on by the little tippy toes of your little webbed feet, and you were fine. In this one, it's like, ugh. It's like, no, you're just off of it for no good reason. It's just not nearly as forgiving as the original game is, especially for level 1. Come on, guys. Give me a break, man. It's level 1. This is a lot harder than the original. I know. Whine, gripe, moan. I hope you guys come in. I think this is going to be a bit of a shorter stream just because I'm so tired. Oh, come on. And I need to have energy for my game tomorrow. My game day tomorrow morning. I play a very high energy character. What just happened? What? I was sitting on the log minding my own business. Why did I die? Was I that far? I couldn't have been that far out of time. That's craziness. Yeah, she's a high energy character. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about that one. And I really enjoy very much playing her. And the campaign is going well. It's been very fun. But I just, I have to have a certain energy level to play her. And we start, we start in the morning at like 10 o'clock. So I got to have some energy to play her tomorrow. So got to reserve some of that. Keep going tonight. I can't do another 4-hour stream. I guess I could do that every once in a while, but it takes a lot out of me physically just sitting that long. And I need to, if I am going to do a long stream, I certainly need to be getting up and stretching, and I didn't do that the other night. I just wasn't taking very good care of myself. But it's a fun stream, though. If you guys are interested in watching it, it still should be up on Twitch here. It's a 4-hour-long Neverwinter Nights stream. My favorite part in that game, which, that's another reason I was willing, I guess, to stay up or to do that long of a stream, because it was just my favorite part in the whole game, and it's such a good part. The story in that part, it's in Chapter 2, and you're in the Haunted Forest of Charwood, and I just love that story. So, yeah, you guys can watch it here on Twitch if you want to, if you've watched any of the game at all, and willing to sit there for the 4-hour stream. Or also, of course, it's on Facebook, I'm sorry. It's on YouTube. I always upload that stuff to YouTube. So it's on the playlist there. Neverwinter Nights is a really fun game, so if you guys are going to watch any of it, I would recommend watching that 4-hour one just because, obviously not all at the same time, but I would recommend watching it just because that part is so much fun. Okay, almost there. Don't you run out of me on time. There we go. Did I beat level 2? No, this is level 2. Oh my goodness. Okay, guarding my frogs. I'm getting better, guys. This is level 2. Just gotta pass this one. Doink, 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 doink. Doink, da da da, doink, doink. Doink, doink. Oh, good, I got the lady frog. Gonna try to, yeah, get it in the first one there. Start there. Okay. We're getting past the second level this time, guys. I started doing my Friday night game sessions a little bit later, starting at 8 instead of, I think it was 7 I was doing before, thinking that it might be a little bit better for my viewers to pop in because they always seem to come in a little bit late. But, oh, I thought the frog got, or the gator got me that time. But every time I start, it doesn't matter what time I start, it seems like people still come in a little bit late. Which is fine. I don't care when you guys come in, as long as you come in at some point. Check out the game I'm playing. It's just, it's a lot easier to... Well, not easier, but it's more fun for me when you guys are here. And I get to hang out with you while I'm playing. Gives a little more energy to the stream. I try to have energy, but tonight I'm struggling for energy, so I'm hoping some of you guys come in because I could really use it. Move it, gator butt. Oh, that was close. I thought he was going to sit around there. Okay, guys. Yay! Try not to croak in level 3. Finally, level 3. Oh my. Different traffic patterns. You know what these remind me of? Ow. The little cars. They're just like little micro machines. Remember micro machines? Oh! I gotta get past those stupid red sports cars. But yeah, do you guys remember Micro Machines? Micro Machines were so much fun. I remember them vividly. Cute little cars. If you don't know what a Micro Machine is, you really need to Google it. And maybe they'll give you the same... I'm trying to remember what his name was. They got a guy to do the Micro Machine... commercials, on the Micro Machine commercials. They had a guy who, I don't know if he used to be a auctioneer or what exactly his deal was, but oh, I thought I could sit on his tail. What was that? That sucked. Anyway, they got a guy who, he did an auctioneer's voice. You know how auctioneers talk really, really fast? Maybe you don't, you've never been to an auction. But I guess in the 80s when I was growing up, auctioneers, you know, we went to auctions. Got some really cheap stuff that way. And they just talk really, really fast. They're like, like literally. That's how they talk. And the guy that did the Micro Machines commercial did that. He talked like so fast. That was his thing. That was his shtick, you know? So anytime you saw the guy, I can't remember what his name was. I'm trying to remember. I'll have to look it up. But yeah, Micro Machines, basically, I didn't really tell you what they are. You had Matchbox cars, who were like the little metal cars, and those were really big too. Micro Machines were like the reboot of those in a way, but they were more plasticky, and they were basically tiny little cars or Jeeps or trucks or whatever. They were just teeny tiny. They were much more modern. They weren't more the classic, like the Micro Machines were more, I mean, Matchbox cars were much more the classic metal cars, the older ones. And Micro Machines were not that. They were little tiny versions of modern cars. And they were so stinking cute. My mom kept some up till, I don't remember when. I'm trying to remember if we even saw them in her house when we were cleaning it out there at the end. I don't remember. So they probably just got lost somewhere. I have no idea where they are, but yeah, we had some. The one I remember the most was this little pink, it was like a Jeep, but it was mostly pink and it had like a green stripe on it. Back in the day, you know, I was a girl, but my cousin and I would play with them. And I would always name everything. I guess a lot of kids do that. They got clever names for their toys, but even for the little micro machines, you know, we had names, and I can't for the life of me remember what the name of that Jeep was, but it did have a name. That was my favorite one, and one of the ones that lasted the longest. The rest got lost somewhere because they were just so little, you know. I'm gonna have to look those up tonight sometime. I really want to see micro machines. Okay, I have no frogs in reserve for level 2. So I gotta be careful here. Grrr. Really tired, guys. They're gonna make it a short stream tonight. And I'm just gonna lay down and watch other people stream. Just tired. I need some discussion to keep me awake and doing okay. And nobody's in here yet, so. Alright. Okay. Starting fresh. I'm going to try not to lose any frogs on level 1. That is my goal for this game. No losing any frogs on the first board. First board. No! Well, there goes that idea. I already lost one. Oh, that was kind of cheap. I think I was in the stupid hole. They didn't have to kill me. Didn't have to take away my frog. Do. Come on. Give me a log or something here. I need to get up. Moving on up. No, we're not going to sing. It's so hard not to sing when you're so used to it. But I don't want to get copyrighted. It's funny how much more conscious I have to be of that. Even as far as like what text tones I have and stuff for streaming, because I've had it where I will set a song to my text tone, and then of course, as I said, I always when I'm streaming, I'll get text and something, and so the song will come on as my text tone, and then I'll get a ding and say, hey, that's, you know, you can't use that part of the video because you had a song in it. So, really got to be conscious of those things because I don't want to get in trouble for copyright. Not trying to, like, reproduce stuff. But, you know, just... Okay. Alright, so we're on level 2, and I've still got 3 frogs down there in reserve. I'm doing well. I screwed up the whole not losing any frogs on level 1 thing, but that's okay. I mean, whoops. I can still do this. Woo! Oh no. So now tonight... What was that? I totally was fine there. Why did it... Later on tonight, I'm going to go onto YouTube and look up Micro Machines and the old commercial for those with the guy at the auctioneer voice. I'm going to look those up. That sounds quite fun to me. I do that sometimes. I'll go for old commercials or old theme songs, cartoon theme songs on YouTube, and just look at all that old stuff. I love it. Well, old to me, like when I was a kid, you know. Alright, this is starting to irritate me. Come on now. Alright, no frogs lost in level 1, because there's no reason for that. Let's just... Okay, those turtle... Now I'm just kamikaze frogging. Alright, come on now. Hello, lady. We shall have tadpoles. Yeah, I'm gonna have to try to find Frogger too. It was a fun game. It wasn't the original Frogger. That's always in my mind gonna be the best, but it was still a pretty fun game. Had some interesting, colorful characters. Have you guys ever watched, let's see, there's different ones. The movies that made me, the toys that made me, those things on Netflix. Those are fun to watch for me because of the whole nostalgia factor. Uh, and one of them, no, it wasn't that, but it was something, yeah, it was the games that made me? Yeah, so it was talking, like, literally about video games, in the early 80s. And that we were raised on, you know? Um, and it was really fun. They talked about Pac-Man, and they showed a clip of the Pac-Man commercial that I used to watch when I was a kid. Or not commercial, cartoon, I'm sorry. The old Pac-Man cartoon that I watched. And, yeah, in the 80s, everything that was popular had two things. It had a cartoon and a cereal. And Pac-Man definitely had both of those. So did the Smurfs, Strawberry Shortcake, all that good stuff. Rainbow Bright. All the stuff that I loved to watch when I was a kid. Like little kid. I'm talking like under 10. That's the stuff that I watched when I was under 10. Whoa! Okay, I'm getting a little full of myself here. We need to slow down. We're on level 2. Or my frog is getting a little full of himself. I wish he didn't sound like a bubblegum bubble popping when he gets hit by a car. Seriously, when you listen to him the next time I die, and he sounds just like a bubblegum bubble popping. I don't know why. And when do I get a new frog? Because I want to have some down there on the frog log. Because right now... Ooh, that was close. Okay, I guess it's like anything else. I gotta get enough points to get another frogger down on the log. So let's see how I can do here. On level 2, the stupid turtles. That's what kills me. The turtle oops. Turtles disappearing on me that keeps killing me. Alright, we're doing good. Hopefully I'll get another frog soon. Really prefer not to die since I'm doing so good. One more. And then we're going to make it past level 2 again. Running out of time here. Come on, man. There we go. Okay, so this is level 3, right? Yes. Okay. Oh, and I'm still on my last frog. Oh, and I just killed him. Alright, I guess nobody is jumping at the chance to watch me play Frogger tonight. So I'm not getting a whole lot of company here, but I'm having fun. I just wish I had people to have fun with tonight on my stream. Sometimes people, I guess, don't get settled in home on Friday nights until a little bit later. We're getting close to 9. Maybe then we'll start seeing some people trickle in. It's, I alternate Friday night arcades between doing, like, one of these old games and doing Punch-Out. Because I have Punch-Out fans. And that's what I did last week. And I came so close to beating Soda Popinski, the guy I'm trying to beat there. I really did. That was a long stream, too. It was like 2 hours of me trying to beat the stupid Soda Popinski. But I didn't end up beating him. I got so close. But then I got really sore and creaky. So I didn't end up doing it. I am going to do it again. But, oh my gosh. Here, give me a log. Oh my gosh. What was that? I totally had that log. No! Stupid turtles. Why do you gotta go? By the way, what kind of silly frog can't survive in the water if he falls off a log? That's just silliness. Frogs can swim. That's like a frog's thing, is to swim, right? So how come he dies as soon as he falls in the water? Maybe it's just toxic water? Oh, what? Acidic water, is what my son says. Okay, well, polluted water. Well, if I'm dying, then how come the turtles aren't dying? They're acidic turtles, my son says. Okay, that's the theory, I guess. Woo! And I got to fly. Alright, level 2. Oh, that was close. That was really, really close for that green car. Whoops, you could smell my frogginess coming off his rear bumper. I mean, I know people like me to play the higher end games, like the more popular ones, but sometimes it's fun to play one of these random old ones too, you know? I could have played Mario Brothers tonight. I thought about it. I just didn't feel like it. You know, I wanted to play something that I actually felt like playing, so... Oh, hey, Batshine, how are you? Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? No, actually, I have not played Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles yet. I'm sorry, it took me a little while to see your comment there. I was focusing on my frog. That is one that I should play, because I did play that a bit as a kid. And I really like the original Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, but I have not played it. But since it's toxic water, so supposedly, and toxic turtles or poison turtles, I guess you could say that I'm playing Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. But no, I have not played that one yet. Wait, what? Oh! That's why the turtles aren't dying to the water. It's not a front. For a second there, I had to look. I'm like, did I put it under Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles? No, I didn't. But that would make sense. I mean, you know, they go hop in the acidic crazy water and become mutants. Oh my gosh, now you got me thinking about that old TV show, the cartoon. It's a good cartoon. I actually watched the cartoon more than I played the game, believe it or not, back in the day. It was a very, very cool show. I can even hear the theme song playing in my head, which I can't sing because I'm under Neverwinter Nights, so I'm not supposed to be under Neverwinter Nights. I tried to fix it, but if that's the case, I'm going to have to. As soon as I die, as this game ends, I'll have to fix it. It's supposed to be. It says on my screen it's under Frogger. It's supposed to be on a Friday Night Arcade Frogger SNES. On my screen it says that, but I need to get off of Neverwinter Nights, because that's not what we're playing. That's what I played last night. Definitely not what I'm playing tonight. Thank you for letting me know that, though, so I can fix it. I'll fix it as soon as I end this game. Oh! That was a ripoff. I totally should have gotten that. Okay, alright, thank you for letting me know. Whoa! Totally gonna fix that in a second. I'm using a streaming software where it streams on 2 different platforms at once. And for whatever reason, sometimes okay, while I'm thinking about it. Sometimes it works with the titles and sometimes it doesn't. So let me see if I can get this fixed. Hang around for me, would ya? Don't go anywhere. I'm still here. I'm just gonna try to fix this. Hey, it says 4 in chat. I hope that's accurate. So let me fix the title. How do I fix the title? Streaming video producer. I know how to do this. I've done this so many times. I guess I don't know, I get nervous, I guess, when I'm already streaming and... Okay, channel... Video producer... Creator dashboard. No, I don't think... Oh, yes, that is what I want. Settings. Stream. No. Stream manager. There we go. I thought I'd done this beforehand, because on my screen, it's showing correctly. Okay, so it says Friday Night Arcade Frogger SNES, and then it has the picture for Neverwinter Nights. That's bizarre. Oh, the category's wrong. I took that out. I know that I did. Frogger, and it's still, I don't know, man. Sometimes it just doesn't change like it's supposed to. Alright, let me try that. Stream info updated successfully. Is that any better if you guys, if you refresh your screens? Did that fix it? It sure did from my end. I don't know if that's the right picture. It's just got a regular Frogger 3D. The Rescue. It's Frogger NES. What was this one originally called? I don't even know. I guess I'll just leave that picture up. Hopefully that fixed it. I do hope it did. Okay, back to my channel, back to the stream. Hopefully that's fixed. Is it fixed for you guys now? Just change the front. Okay, good. It worked. Thank you so much for letting me know that. I'm always telling people that come in if something is wrong, it looks wrong or sounds wrong, to please let me know. So I really appreciate that, because I need to know when it's not right, because I can't fix it if I don't know. Could just go into the retro category too. Oh, I didn't even know that was a category, to be honest with you. Well, now I gotta go look. Channel. Come on. Settings. Here, I should just go back. That should work, right? I do know how to work a computer, believe it or not. I do sometimes. My brain's just a little fuzzy today. Okay, let's see. Category. What picture does it put up for retro? I'm curious now. Retro. It looks like it has a picture for that. Okay. Retro Arcade. We'll see what that does. Batshine. I like the name, by the way. Is it supposed to be like a riff of Batman, or just? Yeah, sometimes okay. Well, now we're under retro, so I don't know what it looks like, but it should be interesting. My son loves bats. That's why I was wondering about your name. Old arcade cabinet. Oh, okay. Very cool. Thank you. I kind of like that. This one, I couldn't really see the picture that they put up for Frogger. So we'll go with the retro. Thank you. Retro cabinet. Alright. I'm glad you're here. I was wanting somebody to talk to while I was streaming. I'm getting sleepy. It's an anagram. Cool. Alright, we'll take it. Yeah, I couldn't see the Frogger one either. It's kind of hard to tell. At least on the little screen on. I don't know. Alright, well, let's see how far we can get. I've gotten to level 3. I've never passed level 3 yet. Which is pretty pathetic, I must say. But these games are tricky. They're not tricky like this anymore. They've got great graphics and fun content anymore, but they're not nearly quite as tricky as these old games were. You had to play these old games a lot to get really good at them. And it was repetitive, but you had to play them a lot to get really, really good at them. That was the only way you passed them. Remember that back in the day? Or maybe I'm just not a very good game player. I love to play, I'm just not the best at it. That's also probably true. Uh-oh. Okay, hey! I got my goal that time, man. I didn't lose any frogs in the first level. So, alright, moving onward and upward. Simply game's tricky. Yeah, they just didn't have much. It makes sense. There wasn't much there because they were so simple. They had to do something, you know, to make them tricky. So it works. It makes sense. Yeah, they talked about that too on the games that made us. That show I was watching. Was it called that, or I think like it was called Level Up or something. But that's basically what it was. It was either the games that made us or Level Up. But it was about the old video game industry. And talking about, you know, the first games that came out, the consoles and all that stuff. It was really good. I know I had to be in the mood to watch any kind of documentary, but if you're in the mood to watch something like that, it's a good one to watch. Gives you all those nostalgic video game feels. Do, 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 do. Okay, come on, man. Oh, those lower cars are going really slow. I was looking for a breakthrough. Woo! That was close. Alright. Yeah, man, those lower levels go really slow. I know in one of these levels, or the originals, the buses at the top, like, zoom by, like, lightning fast. Man. Help. There we go. I remember the old cartridges. Man, they were big. They were like 8 tracks. For the Atari. Like 8-track cassettes. Man, I remember that. 8-track cassettes. Man, that's going back. Wow. Whew. Oh, that was close. Woo! Was that just board 2 that we passed? That I passed? I think it was. Yep. This is level 3. This is no time for me to be coughing. Ooh, look at those. Are those, what do you call those things? Backhoes? Is that what you call them? Or are those backhoes? They got the big... They look like, snow plows to me. They got the big snow plows in front. I don't know what they're called. They're, you know... Not very knowledgeable about trucks and stuff. Oh, that wasn't fair. I literally didn't have time to do anything there. I was waiting on the stupid logs. Blankety boink. Okay, last time I tried to sit on an alligator tail, I died. So let's not do that this time. Okay. Ah, oh, I thought I'd gone up. I just jumped right through that car. Oh. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Zelda and Final Fantasy, those are the RPGs, and that's absolutely where gaming went. I remember those too, the original Zelda. My problem was I had and continue to have a very negative sense of direction, and unfortunately on those games you kind of have to figure out where you're going in the world, or you can't finish the game, and I just had so much trouble figuring out where I was going. It wasn't until high school that I started being able to play some of those games because I got a best friend who could do the directions, and he helped me get through a lot of those old things. Actually, ironically, he was the guy that introduced me to Final Fantasy too. Oh, ouch. And yeah, we played, the first one I ever played was Final Fantasy 3. It's actually, ironically, the only one I played the whole way through. Oh, you can't sit on him. Oh. But, yeah. I need to get to, yeah. Alright. Alright, I got to fly. Yeah, I love that type of game. I don't know what it is that's broken in my head, but my internal compass has been completely broken for a very long time. So, yeah, if it doesn't have a map and a compass for me to look at in the top right corner like Neverwinter Nights does, I really struggle. And it was a while before I could figure out how to how to use the map and the compass in the game, even in Neverwinter Nights too. Oh my goodness. Lady. Oh, it was so close. Alright. I gotta be able to get up there in time. If I go too fast, I'm gonna die. But let's do the best I can here, because these logs are so slow. That's not really fair. Are they on Steam? Ooh, I would love to do that. I'll have to do that on here, you guys, but I would have to have, oh, that wasn't fair. I would have to have people on here to tell me which way to go when I get lost. Steam Pixel Remasters. That's interesting. I do want to play those. Those are on my list. I just figured that I would have to do a lot of prep. Like, I'd have to, like, print out a map so I knew where I was going. I'm sure there's maps online that you can print now for those. but we didn't have those at the time. The internet wasn't really as much of a thing, you know, when those were first coming out. So I couldn't print out my own maps. So I can play them now. I just have, there's a lot of prep that I have to do to be able to play it. I know that sounds really ridiculous, but I mean, I have to work around that negative sense of direction. So when I do start to play those, even for the original Zelda, I found a website that has like all the maps. Oops, for the original Legend of Zelda, where you can print them out, and if I have the map in front of me, I'm okay-ish. But I have to have something in front of me, or it's just I'm not going to be able to get around. What level? This is level 1 still. Wow. All right, I can do this. Do. Woo! That, I'm going to have to look. I definitely have Steam. So, pixelated versions, so they don't look like the originals? Or do they look like the originals? Because the originals were like, what was it? I guess I don't think there were any for the original Nintendo. Were there any for the original Nintendo? I think they were Super Nintendo. Was that 16-bit for Super Nintendo? I like them in the original graphics, but I mean, I'll check them out, even if they're not exactly the original graphics. I'll still check them out. It's always my preference to play with the original thing. Go east and find the forest. Really, what it's saying to go southeast and find the specific tile that has slightly different punch. Oh, yeah. Oh, do they really? Oh, that'd be great. I would love that. Love the original. But yeah, I guess maybe that's a fair point. I guess the graphics on some of the first RPGs weren't the greatest, so that would make it more difficult to, you know, figure out where you're going. So that makes me feel a little bit better. Thank you. Oh no! Hurry! Get me over! Oh. Oh, I did it! That was close. That stupid crocodile almost got me. He was in my spot! Woo! Go me. That's fair. Actually, the first game that I played that was sort of an RPG. It was sort of an RPG. It was RPG Adventure. It was my first fantasy game, actually. It was Neverwinter Nights. Not Neverwinter Nights, I'm sorry. I said that. Quest for Glory. Quest for Glory. Those were my first RPGs, if you will. They weren't just RPGs. They're more fantasy adventure, but those, and they had an element of directions in them a little bit. It wasn't too bad, but that was my first one. I still had trouble getting around, but fortunately, those are simple enough that I could figure it out. Or I think I did get a map for myself after a while on that one, because I didn't want you guys to have to watch me wandering around trying to find stuff. So yeah, I did Neverwinter Nights 1. I streamed, well, I didn't stream it, but I recorded that on my YouTube channel, so that one's up. I have every intention to do the rest of the series. Quest for Glory 2 will be up next. That one, they actually made the directions, the mapping part of the security for the game. You had to have a map or you wouldn't be able to go through the labyrinthine streets of the city. So that one, like literally, you had to have the game manual to look at the map to get through. Now, of course, nowadays, you know, you could just look at the stuff up online. But that one, I just need to make sure that it's just a little bit of prep. But yeah, I need to make sure I have a printed out, version of the streets of Shepierre printed out to do Quest for Glory 2. But I really look forward to doing that one. It's Quest for Glory series, all of it is just so much fun. The only one I didn't play was 3. I don't know, we just didn't have that one. But all the others that I played, I absolutely love. Okay, come on now. Woo! Old school DOS pirate. Yes, yes. That's exactly what it was. Oh, am I on level 4? I am! I made it to level 4! I wasn't even paying attention. See, sometimes that's good when you get to chatting with somebody. It's better. You just fly through the levels. That's exactly what just happened. Ah! That's a snake. Ooh! And I got the lady. Yep. Old school DOS. Yes. If you didn't have... Oh, come on. That was cheating. If you did not have the booklet, you were just kind of screwed. I mean, it makes sense. You know, what else could they do at that time to keep... Oh, come on. I wasn't... Hey, I made it level 4 that time. I mean, what were they going to do? They had to do something to keep people from copying their stuff, the games. Even back then, that was a thing. Wow, and think how far technology has come. Those same people that were hacking all those games are like the computer whizzes of today, right? Or not computer whiz, but you know. Well, yeah, computer whizzes. Oh, come on, me. Now, see, I'm getting cocky. I'm on the low levels, and I'm trying to go fast, and I'm dying. No! I can't get over the original Frogger being able to hang off the side of the thing. In this game, you just can't do that. Wizardry 7. Yeah. Oh, yes. I remember that. And Sharky, Darb, Tyranny, Tarek. I'm happy to say that there are some other people on YouTube that play those really old games. Actually, one of the people that I watch, they're doing it live tonight. I think they're doing the Quest for Glory games live on YouTube, which is a lot of fun. When I'm done here, I might go watch those for a little bit. Now, they've already done the playlist, but I think the thing they're doing is, for the Quest for Glory games, they're doing 5 and 5 nights. So, I guess he's streaming the full game on YouTube. The full games. Now, my favorite of the Quest for Glory series are absolutely 1 and 4. 4 was so much fun. 4 was definitely a mood. It was totally a goth thing. Nowadays, you'd say emo, but it was definitely a goth thing. It was, I don't know, they call it emo now, but, Quest for Glory 4, Shadows of Darkness, and, gosh, I just totally killed myself. It was set in an area that was supposed to be like, Transylvania. What did they call it? Moldavia. They got Jonathan Rhys Davies to do the narrator's voice, and he's so rocked. I mean, you know, with his deep, deep solo voice, you know, or I guess deep Treebeard voice nowadays. You could say that. He just rocked it. If you're ever interested in checking that out, oh my gosh, it's so much fun. That was Quest for Glory 4. Moldavia, not Moldavia. I don't know why I'm saying that. Oh, such good times. Love that game, man. And I was always a little bit edgy, so I guess that style of game was always right up my alley. I always identified with those. Is it goth still a thing? Emo just took over as it is easier to be than goth. Oh, okay, so there are 2 distinct things. Guess I'm not as up on the... So what's the difference between emo and goth? I know what goth is. I used to be a semi-goth when I was in high school. I wasn't allowed to dress that way when I was in school, so I wasn't officially a goth. But I wanted to be. So I had a friend at school one time who let me borrow her black lipstick, and I thought it was the coolest thing ever, but I wanted it to last until I got home so I could shock the pants off my mother, but by the time I got home it was all worn off. But I remember my voice teacher, my voice instructor, because I was really into singing at the time, he went to my school, and I would see him there and work with him for singing and stuff. He also happened to be the executive pastor at the church we were going to, and I remember being in school in one of the classes with him for voice, and I guess because it's singing, you pay attention to the mouth. And he could knock it over. He's like, I just can't. I can't look at you with that black stuff all over your face. It's actually, it was quite awesome. I was having a great deal of fun that day. Being rebellious. Yeah, and I was very sad it didn't last till my mom got home, but... I see the comment. There we go. Alright. Older games are slowly making their way to Steam. Yes, I love Steam. Steam is awesome. Goth is to rock what emo is to punk. Oh. I guess I always kind of thought they were the same thing. Like Evanescence is sort of a... They call them a punk goth. So I kind of thought they were the same thing. I love Evanescence, by the way. One of my favorite bands. I'm not sure if they're still... If they have any new stuff out, but... Yeah, totally into them. I love them. Now, I can't listen to them all the time, because sometimes I get depressed if I listen to them too much, but, oh, come on. But I do, I love their music. Beautiful, beautiful lyrics, and, lovely haunting sound. Love them. Golly, that was, I think that was just after, I don't know if it was high school, or just after I got out of high school, when Evanescence was a thing. Wait, it feels like a long time ago, though. Tells you how old I am. Getting pretty ancient. Did they? Okay, I'll have to check it out. I know Amy Lee for a while. She did some stuff that was just piano. And of course, she's amazing at that too. But I prefer the... Again, it's a mood. I have to be in the mood to just listen to the piano music if I'm gonna do that. But I prefer the lyrics because I'm a singer and a writer. Lyrics make a difference, you know? It's all in the words, man. Not all in the words, but a lot of it. Woo. Yeah, I am probably about the same age as you. And that's okay. I like getting people on here the same age as me that we can reminisce about this stuff together. So I get the retro in my name. Typically, I sound a lot younger. My voice is very young. So I sound a lot younger than I am. I actually look younger than I am, too. But tonight, my voice is so froggy. No, that's terrible. No, my voice is so hoarse tonight. I probably sound a lot closer to my age than I actually am. Going to play Dungeons and Dragons tomorrow, too. Woo! Oh, that was also back in the day, man. I mean, it's still around, but I mean, it was most popular when we were kids. Okay, level 4. But yeah, my family, unfortunately, well, not unfortunately, that's just the way they were, but just died totally. My family was the sort that were very religious. I was raised in a Southern Baptist home, if that tells you anything. Very, very old school, conservative. Which there's, I mean, if that's, you know, I'm saying there's necessarily anything wrong with that, but yeah, stuff like being goth and playing Dungeons and Dragons was definitely not something my family approved of. But, you know, that kind of stuff. Dungeons and Dragons is about storytelling, period. So it's all in how you want to play, what you want to do. I still consider myself conservative, but not Southern Baptist conservative. Definitely not a Southern Baptist anymore. I'm talking about religion. I generally try not to on stream, but I'm not a Southern Baptist anymore. But yeah, goth, emo, Dungeons and Dragons me. I still go to a church. I just go to a church that, you know, understands things for what they are. That's I don't know. That's mean, I guess. I'm not trying to diss my childhood church, but I'm not a fan of the Southern Baptist Church of today. That's terrible. Okay, I need to get off religion. I'm going to offend somebody. I don't mean to. All right. There we go. Okay. It's overly simplified nowadays for the short attention span. Yes, you're right. That's true. They do have short attention spans. But I wonder how much the games and stuff that we created them to be short attention span. You know what I mean? I was kind of just the media and the media in general that our kids consumed. We kind of made them that way. Well, not us personally, but the people who were bringing out stuff for our kids when they were little. If you have kids, but you know what I mean. Fun to act out now and watch the. Yeah, I go to a non-denominational church, and I love my church actually. But every once in a while, I have certain things that I believe in that they just kind of look at me like askance, people in my church. They're just, that's okay, as long as we agree on the essentials. That's why I like my church. That's kind of our thing. If you believe in the essentials, that's great. If you don't believe in the non-essentials, or if you believe differently on the non-essentials, okay, that's fine. Just don't tell somebody else, hey, because you don't agree with me on this completely non-essential spiritual issue, I'm not gonna worship with you. That's kind of our thing. Like, if you don't like tattoos, and I have tattoos, that's fine. You can not like tattoos all you want, but guess what? I'm still gonna wear them, and you don't say to me, well, you can't come to church because you have tattoos. That doesn't wash. That sort of stuff, like tattoos and stuff like that. I mean, that's just not. I really don't think. I think God has a lot more things to be more concerned about than whether or not I have tattoos or not. In my opinion. Anyway. Yee! Whoops. They have too much. Yeah. 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 I mean, my son had the internet growing up. He does have a shorter attention span, but I also tried to make sure that I exposed him to different stuff. Like I play retro games, obviously, and I wanted him to be able to see some of that stuff when he was growing up. And he had to have what I consider culture. Like he had to, certain movies that he had to watch when he was little that he absolutely ended up loving. Like, I could not let my child go through his childhood without watching Princess Bride. Just couldn't do it. He had to watch Princess Bride. Absolutely had to. And now it's actually his favorite movie, so he also had to watch the original Clue, stuff like that. I just wanted him to appreciate some of that stuff, and he does now. He plays different games than I do, which is okay, He plays a lot of the newer games, but I think he has a healthy appreciation for the old stuff too. Just wanted to be a little bit more well-rounded. He does have the internet for everything, and I've gotten used to having the internet for anything. I don't know what I'd do anymore without internet. I don't think I could function in society without the internet. Remember phone books? Oh my gosh. Oh goodness. And road maps, which were useless to me because I could never read a road map anyway, but... Oh! Whoops. Okay, I'm doing good here. Oh no, I'm not. I lost that game. I'm not doing good. Back on level 1 again. People like... Yeah. I couldn't do that, but whoops. Wealthy people and elites. No, I wouldn't do that. I mean, I understand what they're trying to do by keeping your kids away from mobile devices, but I don't think that's fair. I mean, limiting access maybe, I could see that, but keeping them away from it completely, I don't think that's fair. Because they're gonna eventually have to be able to function in this society. So if you take it away completely, then that's just not giving them a good chance. I don't feel like. But, I'm sure lots of people feel differently than me. Yes. Inconceivable. My favorite character in that movie is actually Inigo. Or Inigo. Depends on how you pronounce it, but... Hello. My nigga's Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Oh, I love that movie so much. Yeah. Yeah, I mean... I mean, there's limited. I can see some of that, but yeah, not having it at all. I don't know. I mean, because just what are they going to do when they get out in regular society? I mean, nowadays, the way things are progressing, having like extremely limited might even hinder them because everything runs on the internet now. Everything is like instant. It's what it is. It's the internet, I guess, that did most of it. Just having all that information readily available at your fingertips. We didn't have that. So like you said, we had to look for it and work for it a little bit. Now you don't. There we go. Blinky, blinky, blink. Woo! Okay, go away, Croc. I need to win the level. Here. Ah! What? That was such a rip-off. I was totally there. They had no reason to kill me. Oh, you gotta be so precise on those things. Man. Alright. Level 3! Oh, learning to be self-reliant as opposed to bitching out. Oh, that's true. There is a lot of crap on the internet. Oh, I'm sorry. Hey, Bryce! How you doing? I'm sorry, Bryce. I wasn't paying as much attention as I should have in my YouTube. Because I have YouTube and Twitch open right now too, and I've been chatting with somebody in Twitch. But good to see you. I'm sorry, I'm just now responding to you, but good to see you, Bryce. Did you know my family does not know what Friday is? What does that mean? I'm still here, Batshine. Just my nephew popped into my my YouTube chat, so I'll talk to both of you. They don't know what Friday is? What does that mean, Bryce? They don't want to let you stay up too late or something? I'm playing, Bryce, a very old game to you, I'm sure. This was for... What was this for? The Super Nintendo. Way back in the day before the Switch and the Wii U. Yeah, I know. You probably know what a Super Nintendo is. Do. This was a game, Bryce, that when it first came out was really... Your mom and I, when we were little girls, like your age and younger, even younger than you, actually, we loved this game. You have to tell your mom I'm playing Frogger sometime. You don't have to tell her now, but just tell her Aunt Esther was playing Frogger. Playing Frogger on her stream. She'll find that interesting. Woo! Ah! No, I sat on the lily pad too much. Yeah, cross-platform streaming. Which... I don't know if I like, I don't know. I like streaming, but it's so different. I also like, kind of on YouTube sometimes when you're doing a series, how you have time to edit everything and make it look better. Streaming is just different. It's hanging out, you know, basically hanging out with people and playing video games. Much more social. Which is cool too. Just very different, two very different things. I'm good either way. Friday Funkin'. Uh-oh. You're gonna call me old too. What is Friday Funkin', Bryce? I don't know what that is. I have a feeling this is something I should know what it is, or I'm gonna get called old. But what is Friday Funkin'? I don't know. Batshine, what do you know what Friday Funkin' is? I feel I should know what this is. No! Darn it. Alright, I need to pay attention here. I'm dying. I only got one frog on my leg down there. Is that something online, Bryce, that I should know about that I don't? Friday Funkin'. No! My little frogs are dying. Just having fun and grooving on Friday? That's what it sounds like to me. Is that right, Bryce? Just kind of having fun and grooving on a Friday? Oh, yeah, I should know. He's like, what? Is that what it is? Just kind of hanging out and having fun on Friday? Oh! Okay, well. I don't know if I'm ever gonna get past. Well, I've gotten a level 4. I shouldn't say that. I didn't think I was gonna get past level 3, and I did. Hang on, I'll send you a video of me doing Friday Funkin'. Okay. Okay. uh. Friday Funkin'. Maybe it's like a dance or something. Like dabbing? Friday Funkin' like dabbing or something? Funkin' Groovin' car stickers. I remember those. He's sending me a video of him doing the Friday Funkin'. So I think it's something like a dance. I haven't gotten the video yet. He's sending it to me. I guess, Bryce, when people around us, like other adults, don't talk about it, we're kind of clueless. We could be clueless. I'm clueless sometimes. I am. Woo! That was close. The button stuck. It wouldn't jump like it was supposed to. Doobity-doo. Hey, girly girl. I don't know why this made me think of it. I guess girls in old arcade games, but I actually am a Mrs. Pac-Man girl rather than a Pac-Man. Now, I like some good old regular Pac-Man too, but I liked Mrs. Pac-Man more. I guess they were trying to go for getting the girls into playing Pac-Man at the time, but I liked Mrs. Pac-Man for some very interesting reasons. I did like her bow, because, you know, her bow was always styling. But I also liked that you could get pizza in Mrs. Pac-Man, and you couldn't in the original Pac-Man. I don't think. I could be remembering incorrectly, but in one of them, they had this square piece of pizza where they had the fruit in the middle, you know, sometimes where you could go get the fruit. And in Mrs. Pac-Man, and again, I could be wrong, but I think it was Mrs. Pac-Man that introduced the square piece of pizza in the middle of the board. Am I backwards on that, or is that right? Waiting for that video. I'm curious now. Britain? Do you know what Friday Funkin' is?
Friday Night Funkin'?
Yeah.
It's a game.
Oh, it's a game.
It's like a music rhythm game. I don't know anything about it.
Alright, well, at least you know what it is. Bryce he was shocked that his family doesn't know what it is. So he's sending me a video of him doing it. Whoops. I was asking Britton Bryce if he knew what Friday Night Funkin' was. And he's a little more with it than me. He knows what it is, but he hasn't really done it. So, but yeah, I guess I'm too old. But I'm happy to learn. Very happy to learn. Friday Night Funkin'. He says it's a rhythm game. Oh, hey, Metallic! Thank you. I'm having fun hanging out with Batshine and the Blazing Fam, my nephew, over on YouTube, which I had to look down for my games, so I just died, but that's okay. I think of him as my nephew, so I want to call him that, but he's got a different name, obviously, on YouTube. Anyway, but I'm having a good time hanging out with these dudes. Yep, Batshine and I were talking about old video games back in the day and Final Fantasy and all that stuff. We're having a good time chit-chatting about that. And then the Blazing Fam came over on YouTube, and I am awaiting. Blazing Fam over on YouTube he was shocked that his family doesn't know what Friday Night Funkin' was, and I had to ask too, unfortunately, because I don't know what it is. So Blazing Fam is going to send me a video of him doing the Friday Night Funkin'. So I'm waiting on a video to see what it actually is. What game was that I mentioned Friday? I don't know. What game did I mention Friday? I don't even remember. I should have written it down. I know. I can tell you what I played. I played Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition for a 4-hour stream. I did a 4-hour stream on Friday night. Metallic. What did I say? Did I say Funkin' wrong? Friday Night Funkin'. I guess he must be preparing the video. What game did I mention? I know I eventually want to do like the Legend of Zelda and stuff. I just have to get the maps printed out. He said it, Friday Funkin'. What did I say it wrong again? Friday Night Funkin' is what I said. Oh, okay. Not Friday Night Funkin', it's just Friday Funkin'. Okay. Alright. I don't know, man. I'm clueless. Happy to learn. I'm waiting for the video. Oh, and I'm dying on here. Okay. I'm waiting for the video because I want to know what it is. Britton said, my son said, he knows what it is at least, but he hasn't played it. Some sort of rhythm game. Here we go. I'm sorry. I kind of looked at it wrong. I'm looking at it quickly here between hops. That was the game that I mentioned. Friday Funkin'. Okay. Yeah. I haven't played that one. They didn't have that on my... I know when I was a kid, it was TGIF, if that's helpful at all. And they had the TGIF TV lineup. Remember that? Oh, I'm not sure. Yeah, well, I don't know. Yeah, I guess if you're over a certain age, it's not something you hear a lot. But I'm waiting on the video. I'm really interested to see my nephew playing. He's working on it, I think, right now. My nephew actually just set up his own YouTube account. I'm proud of him. He's following in the old gamer footsteps. So that's cool. Well, he does play video games. He loves video games. But his channel thus far on YouTube is not a gaming channel. It's just a regular channel. I believe on his channel he talks about paranormal stuff. So just shout out to my nephew's channel if you're interested. I mean, you don't have to, but on YouTube, his name is The Blazing Fam, F-A-M. If you want to check out my nephew's channel, where he talks about paranormal stuff. You don't have to. I'm just giving him a shout out while he's here. So yeah, you're welcome to check it out. I'm sure he'd be happy if you checked out his YouTube channel. He doesn't have Twitch yet. I think he'll get it here soon. Maybe in another year or two he'll have Twitch. But right now, I believe he's doing his channel from his iPad. He doesn't have a cell phone, but he records on his iPad and puts that up on YouTube. Oh, thank you. Remember TGIF too? Yeah, that was great. Hey, Bryce, I just got you another follower on your YouTube channel. Yeah, I think he will do games as soon as he has the equipment. He doesn't have a PC yet, per se. He has the iPad, but he will, I'm sure, do video games. The Blazing Fam. There you go. You're going to get another follower. My friend Metallic is going to follow. I think, is your name Metallic on YouTube as well? But he's going to follow your channel. Woo. Oh, I just got the text. Okay, as soon as this game ends... Yeah, he said he would follow your channel. I mean, don't get upset with him if he doesn't, but... he said he would. As soon as I lose this game, I will go check out the video. Alright. Where am I at? Oh my gosh. I looked down, and then when I looked back up at the screen, I couldn't figure out where my frog was. Alright, level 2. Married with Children, I remember that show. I wasn't often allowed to watch that one. It was a little raw for my mom. But I remember they had Family Matters with Steve Urkel on it. That was part of the really, was Married to Children part of TGIF? I remember the show very well, but uh, I didn't know that it was on that particular thing. But Family Matters was on it. Let's see. Sister Sister was on it, I think. My Two Dads. Golly, that feels like it's going back ages. Wow. Alright. Come on, man. Come on, hurry up. Don't kill me. Give me the logs. You the growly alligators. Really? That's interesting. Yeah, my mom hated it because it was so dirty. And well, she's not around anymore, but I mean, you wouldn't want to get her started on The Simpsons either. That was not one of those shows that, yeah, I was not allowed to watch The Simpsons. Which, I mean, I could see that to a point. They were kind of pretty crass, but some of The Simpsons was really funny. Was genuinely funny. I guess to me, I think that those shows should have like an age rating. I guess maybe like 10 and unders don't watch it. I know that sounds stupid, but yeah. But older than that, I remember I didn't watch a lot of The Simpsons even after I grew up. It just wasn't something that I got into. But I remember I went through a phase in high school where I was obsessed with the X-Files, and there was an X-Files episode of The Simpsons, and it was pretty funny. No! Oh, I thought the crocodile was going to kill me. Oh, gosh. Crush and still doing peg. Really? On Peg, not on, the daughter. What was the daughter's name? I can't remember now. What? I can't think her name. Marcy's niece, Amber. Yeah, I don't think I know the show well enough to know who Amber is. But Peg, really? Not, Kelly? Kelly? That was her name. Kelly, the daughter. More on Peg. Wow. Yes, thank you. I couldn't remember right away. I knew she was pretty. Peg did. Okay. I don't get how Peg is pretty, but that's just me. Kelly, I could see. But I'm also not a guy, and I'm straight, so that's probably. I don't know. Maybe Peg is pretty. I don't know, man. I remember watching. I got my nephew over here, so I can't say too much. But I remember watching the episode where I think Peg wants to get pregnant, and Al popping out of the bedroom with a blanket wrapped around his waist, like, call 911, hurry, hurry. I remember that. I think the reason I remember that is because it was the part that they had on the commercial, the little clip on the commercial. I don't think she ever did end up getting pregnant. Again, I have a very limited memory of the actual show. I just remember seeing a lot of the commercials for the episodes because we weren't allowed to watch the show. Kelly was cute, but I love the actress that played Peg. Oh, that's interesting. I'll have to look up what she looked like when she wasn't playing Peg. I don't know what she looked like. She probably looked a lot different than her character, I would imagine. You're welcome, Bryce. I have really cool followers, so they like to support, they like to support YouTubers that don't have a lot of followers, so they're awesome people. I love my followers. They're awesome. Alright. What level am I on now? Level 2! Oh my gosh. I'm going through so many frogs tonight. Katie Segal. Was she married to... No. That's spelled differently than Steven Seagal. She wasn't married to Steven Seagal, was she? That Peg was she wore a wig for her hair. Oh. I guess it was more the character, how she did the character that... Like, ow. I remember that. Yeah, that's an old show, Bryce. I know you wouldn't remember that one. It was just called Married with Children. You would have liked Alf, Bryce. Alf was great. Alf was about an alien. A furry alien. Have you heard of Alf, Bryce? I have it on DVD. I have one season on DVD. I'll have to bring it over sometime for you to watch. But it was a furry alien from the planet Melmac. And he crash lands outside this family's house, and the family decides to adopt him because he can't get back to Melmac in outer space because his ship is broken. So it's about Alf living with this, what was a modern day family. It's a fun show. Very cheesy, but you know, everything in the 80s was cheesy. I loved Alf. Oh, I'm going too fast for my britches here. Alright. Yes, he did eat cats. Unfortunately. I mean, you never actually saw Alf eat a cat, but the family that he lived with, they had a cat named Lucky, and Alf was always chasing the cat Lucky around trying to eat him. Because on Melmac, apparently, cats were, you know, to eat. Yeah, Bryce has a cat. He has 2 cats now, I think about it. Ah! He just got a new kitten not too long ago. I have 2 cats, too. I love cats. Our family's always loved cats. Oh! Alright. Wow. Yeah, this is great. I got 3 of you to talk to now. Good thing you guys aren't picky about the game. No, I guess that Steven Seagal, was his name spelled different? It looks like it was pronounced differently. Correct. Katie Sagal. I have to look her up. Actually, I think I did a pretty good impression of her there for a second when I was doing the ow. Anyway. I love the 80s, man. I miss it very much. Someday, Bryce, I'll have to bring over Gummy Bears, too. That was a fun cartoon. Ah! Okay, the record so far is I got to level 4. I've never passed level 4. Alright. Do. Okay, alright, Bryce. Well, thank you for popping in, okay? Thanks for that. I appreciate it. I hope you had a little bit of a good time. You got a new follower. And I'll see you another time, okay? Have a good night, Bryce. Boink, 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 boink. Blankety, blankety, boo. I came on late. What was going on with the tattoos? I know we talked about that I have tattoos, that some people in church don't approve of tattoos. Is that what we were talking about? That maybe you heard? I don't usually talk about religion on my channel, but it's okay. Batshine was cool with it, and we're all good. I was just talking about how I was raised in a Southern Baptist, very conservative home, and I still go to church, but I'm not Southern Baptist anymore. There's still certain things that, you know, some people in church, my church is pretty progressive, but some things even there that some people, not some of them don't care, but some of the older ones at my church don't like tattoos and stuff. Like, they got upset because I was in choir at one point, and they didn't like that my tattoos showed. So that was an issue. Well, it wasn't really an issue. It was an issue for like 1 or 2 people, but whatever, dude. Jesus has more important things to worry about than how many tattoos I have, in my opinion. Yeah. Oh, okay. See you later, Batshine. Thank you for popping in. I did have a good time chatting with you. I hope you come back. If you haven't done so, drop me a follow. That'd be great. If you'd like. You don't have to, but have a good night. I had a really good time with you here. Do. Lady Frog. Yeah, I think I'm gonna go pretty soon here too. I was gonna do a short stream tonight because I'm tired, and then I was having a good time chatting with Batshine. So, but Metallic's here. Okay, yeah, I guess that's what we were talking about. Just actually, he grew up in a rich home too. So. Yeah, we were chatting about that for a little bit. Yeah, I do a lot of things that my Southern Baptist church wouldn't agree with. The one I grew up with. I love Dungeons and Dragons. I have tattoos. I love Evanescence. I wanted to be a goth chick. Back then it was goth, but Batshine said that goth is still a thing. It's just that goth and emo are slightly different things. I believe the way he... Level 3! The way he was explaining it was emo is easier to be than goth, I think is how he put it. Whoops. Aww. This, I think, is SNES, believe it or not. My preference is always going to be to the old Atari originals, and I think I did find that and play it here one night, but tonight I just, I saw this one and figured I'd try it out. It's on an SNES emulator anyway, so I think it's SNES. I didn't have this one growing up, but it's essentially the same thing. It doesn't have the same sounds, and obviously the graphics are a little bit different. But yeah, but it's essentially the same thing. I figured I'd give it a try and see how different it was. Oh, come on, man! You gotta be so exact when you get to those top things. Oh! Alright, I'm going too fast. My little too hot to trot Frogger here. Frogbo. You have little black spots on your frog on this one. The original Frogger, he was, it was so pixelated, he was literally just a little blob of green. Yeah, when I first started streaming, I was going over the differences between this version and the original. And there are some differences. The original Frogger, you used to be able to hang off of the end of a log or a turtle shell by like your little web tips of your fingers, you know? Can't do that in this one. And this one, you can't go through the screen like on the original Frogger. You could go through the screen and just come out the other side. You can't do that in this one. It kills you right away. Now, I think with the original Frogger, you got to a certain level where you couldn't, because that was more part of the challenge. But you could on the earlier levels. I remember the blob. Yeah. And it was the coolest song when he died. The crunch. I always thought, I probably said this before, but on a different stream, I always thought for some reason when the frog died, it sounded like he was saying, "Come it, come it." So for a long time after that, anytime I saw a frog, it was, "Come it." No idea why. I was a strange child. I'm a strange adult. Makes the top left. Yeah, I know. Those guys are really hard. Those side ones. I've been having trouble with them. It really does. Especially that left one. That's the hardest one. The top right one can be tricky too. Especially when, you know, as you progress in the levels, the logs go at a different speed, and some of them are just slow. Woo! I did it! That left one. No! Oh my gosh. Alright. At first when I read your comment, I thought you were talking about the Blob movie. And then I'm like, oh yeah, the Blob that was the frog. I'm very tired. I think I told you I did a 4-hour stream last night, man. And the problem was, when I do that, when I sit for that long, it makes my back hurt really bad. So I had to take a pill last night, and then, yeah, that made me very tired during the day today. So, anyway, now that you know why I'm tired. Okay, level 3. I feel like I'm getting a second wind now. Woo! My frog's getting a second wind. Did I drink caffeine, Britton? What did I drink for dinner? No, I didn't. I had chocolate milk, if that counts as caffeine. We didn't eat dinner yet, although we should have. It's super late right now.
I forgot, it's been sitting here. It's a little cold now.
Oh, well, will you put some in a plate for me? Level 5. Yeah, you're right. I've been at level 4. I need to get to 5. When I've gotten to some of the higher levels, I get bored going slow, and I want to go fast. And that is then getting me killed sometimes. But actually, in some ways, I think you do better when you go fast. So I got to find the right pace, the exact right pace. Boink, 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 boink. Yeah, I'm getting a second wind here. Whoops. It's almost 10 o'clock here. It's 12 till. Getting my second wind. Woo! Yeah, oh my gosh, Soda Popinski. Oh man. That overly pink Bubble. Mr. Bubble. Oh my gosh. You got me thinking about him. Man. He is so upsetting. I thought I have been stuck on him longer than any other character in that thing. Even I remember the Great Tiger I got stuck on for a while, but nothing like the Soda Popinski. Oh man. I have not given up on that, by the way. I am going to go back to it. I just trying to alternate between that and some of these other arcade games. I will go back to it. Really, what I should do is I should practice it before I stream it on Friday. But usually when I get home from the office on Friday, because I work in the office on Friday, usually I just want to relax and do nothing for a while before I start streaming. So I don't often practice. Can you hear me okay? I'm not sitting right at the mic right now. Whee! Blanky Bill! That was cool that my nephew popped on for a little bit on YouTube. That was very sweet of him. I need to play Minecraft with him. He's always asking me, and most of the time he asks me when I'm in the middle of something or I just can't do it. But he and his friend are getting me into Minecraft, and I just very rarely play with them. Always got something else going on. And I feel bad. And I have fun playing Minecraft with them. I just haven't gotten to the point where I've discovered all the possibilities that Minecraft has to offer. You know? Woo! Practice. Yeah, especially on these older games. Practice is everything. Oh, get out, get out, get out! Oh, that was close. Not you, I meant the alligator in my hole at the top. Okay, level 3. Woo! Pushed too far. How to beat him I should. Yes. Yeah, that's true. If I can get that trick down, I might be able to beat him. That's very true. Yeah, this week, I was saying earlier, this week just seemed to go by really quickly. I had so much going. I feel like well, not feel like I know I did. I had a lot of work that I had to do from home. I'm not often that busy with regular work stuff, but I had a lot this week. So I was breaking that up between some different days. And then I had some other stuff I was doing. Like one of my series is in final edit right now. So while that's in final edit, I have finished the rough draft for book 2, but I hadn't started editing it yet. But I'm kind of playing with that a little bit, finishing up the last little bits of that. And then today I got some inspiration to start writing the rough draft of book 3. Apparently how my book writing is going to work is I have to get the whole story out in all the rough drafts before I can do any of the editing on them, which is okay. That way the whole story will be there, so I don't lose it, and then I can just do all the editing afterward. What I'm afraid of is that I'm going to go through all the work and get all the story out there and written, and then by the time, because it takes so long, oh man, I was doing good, because it takes so long, and editing is not something I look forward to, that I'm going to get all bogged down in the editing process, and then I won't ever get it finished. And editing is just as much a part of writing as writing a story. The story is the easy part. It's the editing that sucks. Oh, come on, man. That should have been a thing. Anyway, sorry. I don't know how interesting me talking about my writing and stuff is. But anyway, yeah, that was just in my head, and then working on the regular work stuff that I was sent. Ironically, it's kind of funny. What I do, um, I work for the state, and what I have to do has to do with paternity. So it's kind of funny. We've had a recent upswing in work, and my coworker and I were talking about that this week. I guess Monday. She and I are in the same day now. We were thinking. I mean, well, I guess it makes sense. There is an upswing right now. I mean, everybody's been in lockdown. What else are they gonna do on lockdown? So that's why we're having an upswing of work and paternity now. You know, it is kind of funny. It's funny. I think that's why there's a lot of babies that are born in the summer because during the winter months people are inside. It does make sense when you think about it. All right, I don't know why I started talking about that, but it's also, do you watch this is a weird question, Metallic. I was also talking about how I started getting into Downton Abbey this week. I was watching that. Not something I would have ever expected that I would have really gotten into, but I did, and there's an element of it that reminds me of my books, so it's given me some inspiration for my books. And I've always loved like English stuff. If I ever do get to travel, the first place I want to go, in fact, is England. I've just always been fascinated by that. So, yeah, Downton Abbey. I know it's not a new show. It's been on my need to watch list on Netflix for ages and ages, and I needed something new to watch this week, so I spent a lot of time watching it. I have book lists and TV show lists that are so long. And sometimes I get in the zone where I want to watch or read. I do a lot of audiobooks too because I can have the audiobooks in the background while I'm doing something else. So yeah, anyway, that's been getting into that show. I don't know if you already watched it, but I love, oh my gosh, not Emma. I keep wanting to call her Emma Watson. That's Hermione. No, Maggie Smith. Maggie Smith, who played Professor McGonagall. She's one of the main characters in Downton Abbey, and I absolutely love her. I remember watching her for the first time in Sister Act. That's another thing from back in the day, right? Sister Act. She was a Mother Superior in Sister Act. I love her so much. Oh my gosh, now I'm dying. Downton Abbey. No, Downton. Downton is one word. Downton. Abbey. It's about the life of this aristocratic British family in England in the it starts 1912, the same year that the Titanic went down, because they talk about that in the show, the Titanic sinking. And yeah, it starts there, the first season, and then I just started season 2 today, and it's 5 years after that. So they're 12 plus 5, 18. They're 1918 now. So, but it's a good show. It really, surprisingly, I shouldn't say surprisingly. The whole reason I had it on my list to begin with was not because I necessarily thought I would like it, but because I kept hearing about it and how good it was. And it was so popular. So that's why I popped it on just to see if I'd like it. And turns out I really do. Very interesting. Yeah, I don't think, is it downtown? I don't think there's a W in it. I could be wrong. But I think it's Downton. I could be saying it wrong too. That's very possible. Yeah, downtown Abbey. So good though. And I just love the scenery, man. Just looking at um, the English countryside. But the story is very good too. And some of the characters. Maggie Smith is hilarious. Yeah, it's a good show. There's so many on there. I know my nieces, my nephew that was on earlier, one of his older sisters was really into Sherlock for a while, and I started to watch it but the first 2 or 3 episodes, for whatever reason, I liked them, but they didn't hook me. And they should have, because, Sherlock is British too, obviously, very British. And for whatever reason, those first episodes didn't hook me. But she told me once you get past like the third episode, you really get hooked. So I guess after Downton Abbey, what happened there? I didn't even run into anything. That sucked. All right. Is it like a Beatles show? No, it has nothing to do with the Beatles. This is 1912 to 1918. This is like Victorian era England. Yeah, Victoria era, you know, Titanic. So they were all the women are wearing like the gorgeous dresses and stuff. The men wear the very nice suits. Yeah, I think I'm pretty sure the original spelling is just Downton, Downton Abbey. It's the name of the villa, or the abbey, the big house, the very large mansion that they live in, the British villa that they live in. I thought you meant the Abbey Road, like, oh. I was wondering where the Beatles were coming in there. I guess they were British too, so that would kind of make sense, but no. No, it has nothing to do with the Beatles. I guess, in some ways, if I had been around in the Beatles era, I probably would have loved them because they're British. I have a thing for British accents, so. I think we talked about this once before for some reason. Yeah, no, I don't know. Okay, level 2. We're doing good here. I got all my frogs still left on the log. So. That's what happened before when I was talking to, what was it, Batman? Not Batman. What was his name? Batshine. I'm sorry, Batshine. I just don't have it up on the screen and I'm hopping a frog. But Batshine, we started. I just lost my train of thought. When I was talking to him. Oh, I know what I was going to say now. I was talking to him having a good time talking to him, and I was kind of paying attention to the game and kind of not. And it was in the way that was good. It ended up being productive because I looked up and, I was on level 4, which is higher than I'd ever gotten before. So hopefully that'll happen again here. We'll get to talking and then I'll look up and I'm on level 5. No, Sean Connery is Welsh. So that's, his was kind of an Irish, Welsh. I don't know the geographic details, but that's like Ireland and Scottish. I think it's more Irish for him in his case. No, I mean like Patrick Stewart. Oh man, Patrick Stewart, British voice, British accent. Well, actually, is he British? I don't even know. No, he's very British. What am I thinking? Patrick Stewart, his buddy, Ian McKellen. The cultured British theater voice. That's what gets me. I love that. Oh my goodness. Which Benedict Cumberbatch has that to some degree, but Patrick Stewart type of voice, that oh my goodness. If I ever do go to England, I'm probably come back with a husband happily. That'd be fine. Be nice. Someday, before I get so old I don't care. Yeah, just have to have money to travel, unfortunately. I got a great score right now, so I'm doing well. Honestly, I know this is going to sound really strange, especially since I just told you I absolutely love England and British stuff. Britton, he just asked me about Monty Python, what I thought of Monty Python. He just asked me if I liked Monty Python because I said I like British stuff. It's kind of a joke actually with us because for whatever reason, I love British stuff, okay? But for whatever reason, I absolutely cannot stand Monty Python. I don't know why. Something about the humor is just so irritating to me. Like, I've only ever watched, I watched a skit called The Spanish Inquisition, and I got so annoyed. It's like, no one expected the Spanish Inquisition. And it just, I literally get headache when I watch it. And it's just so stupid. It's so dumb. It's like, what is the why is this funny? I just don't get it. I can't figure out why people think it's funny. Now, yeah, I mean, the voice wise, the accent, yes, the accent is cool, but the humor is, oh, I can't stand the humor. Now, I have been told that I have to at least once in my life, I have to watch The Holy Grail because I have not seen that the whole way through. I've seen parts of it, but um, I never made it through much of Monty Python. But yes, that type of British. That's the type of British I'm talking about. Or we were talking about The Princess Bride earlier. Um, Carrie Elwes, is Wesley. Death cannot stop true love. Now, I don't have a crush on Carrie Elwes or anything, but that voice, yeah, that's the type of British voice. My mom had a crush on Sean Connery. It was actually pretty cute. She always talked about him. She's like, he's a handsome man, because she was older. I think he was a little bit older than her, but he was about the right age for her to have a crush on. He's a handsome man. Yeah, it's definitely those suave Welsh. I think he was more Irish than anything, but I don't know. I always found Sean Connery to have sort of a very distinctive, iconic kind of voice, but he was Welsh. I'm gonna have to look up what actually constitutes Welsh, but I think Welsh is a combination of Scotch-Irish. Now, for somebody who knows, I hope you don't hear this and get mad at me for saying it wrong, but I think that's what Welsh is. Or it might just be a certain area of England or Britain, because they all kind of go together. But made 4 movies, yeah, Spanish Inquisition. Carrie Elwes was great. Yeah, I even mentioned that to my son tonight because we were talking about men wearing tights. We were talking about something else entirely, but he was saying that, well, I guess this doesn't hurt to talk about it. I don't want to offend anybody, but what was it called, Britain? Gay programming? What did you call it? Britain? What did you call it we were talking about before with the tights? When we were talking about the tights and stuff, what'd you call it? Gay coding? Is that what you called it?
Queer coding?
Queer coding. Is that the word?
Yeah.
I want to say the right word because I don't want to, offend anybody. We were talking about queer coding, and he said that some of the old shows, even in the cartoons, where the men would wear tights, he was saying that was coding for gay.
It depends on the show, yes.
Well, he said it depends on the show, but I was just trying to explain that. I mean, and he might be right. I think in some cases, I'm sure he is, but that was actually pretty common. I think back in the day, it was just kind of the fashion, especially with cartoons, for the guys to wear tights like the original X-Men cartoon, which I loved. Even Wolverine, wore yellow tights. So I don't think all of it was, but I'm sure there's some of it was. I don't know, man. I'm not real knowledgeable about that, but anyway. But yeah, anyway, that was what prompted me to mention Robin Hood Men in Tights. Now, it's been ages since I've seen that one. And yeah, what's really funny is I love that's The Princess Bride is one of my favorite movies in the world, and it is my son's favorite movie. That I'm okay with, that style of humor, because it's not slapstick comedy. That's not what I would call slapstick comedy. Situational comedy, maybe, for I'm very picky about my comedy, to be honest with you. My favorite show in the world is I Love Lucy, and that's very much situational comedy, and that I love. But yeah, that's fine. Like Princess Bride, I love, but to me, Monty Python is just kind of nonsensical. Like it doesn't have. And according to my son, that's why it's funny because it's like nonsensical, but I don't know. That's just not the style. Because it's like it doesn't even have like a basis in anything, you know? It just they just act silly. I don't get it. I just don't get it. I don't know. Maybe because I'm just so story oriented. There's got to be some kind of situational comedies like Lucy. She's in a situation, and that's why it's so funny that she's in that situation. You know that hijinks ensue with something that just somebody just pops out and says something silly. That doesn't. I don't know. I just I don't get it. I hope I don't lose followers now if somebody comes on here and hears I don't like that I don't like uh, Monty Python, because I know a lot of people like Monty Python, and it's fine. It's totally cool. If you guys like Monty Python, more power to you. That's totally fine. It's just not my cup of tea. Cup of tea. My Fair Lady. Oh, that's another person I could give you. Have you ever watched My Fair Lady? Rex Harrison, the guy that plays Henry Higgins, Dr. Henry Higgins. Rex Harrison. Oh yeah, that's very much the British that I'm talking about. That, which My Fair Lady, by the way, is like the best musical comedy ever. But yeah, and he didn't really sing. He sang a little bit, I guess, but his is more like talking through the beat. But oh my gosh, I love My Fair Lady. Oh, see, that's gonna make me want to sing now. I can't sing. Can't sing on stream. Just you what? No, I'm just trying to do the accent. Oh my gosh. Alright, I think this is going to be my last playthrough. I just started over a new game, but I have a lot of Cockney British accents in my book. Well, I have a lot of straight British accents in my book, and then I have the Cockney, which is like, you know, whoops, Eliza Doolittle, you know, in My Fair Lady. Just you white. Henry Higgins, because there's no H's. Dropping H's everywhere. No! No singing me. No one taught him take instead of tyke. Ah! I should not have brought up a musical. Oh my goodness. See them down in Soho Square. No! Dropping H's everywhere. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna get copyrighted on this one. Singing My Fair Lady. Actually, when did that movie come out? I wonder if it's past. Nah, I don't think it's quite past the threshold where it's public domain. I think public domain is in the 30s, and I think My Fair Lady was in the 50s, 60s. Am I right? I don't know. I'd have to look it up. 2 Cubans in a fountain. Yeah, sometimes I say I was born in the wrong era, because I Love Lucy and some of those old musicals. Well, I got I Love Lucy from my mama. She liked that one. Oh, okay. Alright, no problem. I will see you later, Metallic. Thanks for coming in. I appreciate that you did. I had a good time talking to you. I'm about ready to stop anyway. This is my last run through the game. So, I'll talk to you later. I'll definitely be on next week. I'll see you then. Hope to see you then. Have a good night. Alright. I was just chatting away there. I wasn't hardly giving him a minute to reply. Hey, I got some chatsies in tonight. Really glad people showed up tonight. At first I was getting a little discouraged because nobody was here, but then I had 3 people at once at one point. I hope you guys enjoy this. Whether you end up watching it on Twitch or you end up watching it on YouTube, since I'm coming to the end of the stream here, I'll go ahead and do my plug. If you do happen upon the stream, either on Twitch or YouTube, because I will put it both places, I'd really appreciate it if you would give me a like and a subscribe on YouTube or a follow on Twitch. That'd be great. I love to have people here that I can hang with while I'm playing, as I did tonight, and just to have fun with, you know, and hang out. So yeah, drop me a follow, a like, subscribe. I'd really appreciate it. We'll have a good time together other times. Try not to croak in level 3. Alright. So yeah, I'll just make that plug now, since I'm coming up on the end. Woo! The end of the stream. I have a feeling I'm not going to last too long. I am on level 3. I don't usually get too much past this, so I'll drop my plug. Hopefully you guys will come check it out. I do play other stuff, obviously, other than just the arcade night. Friday night is arcade. Retro arcade. Why I'm playing the old stuff. But I do play a lot of other things. Most recently, I've been playing a lot of Sims 4, because Sims 4, they came out with a new pack called Cottage Living, which, ironically, since I've been talking about British stuff tonight, Cottage Living is all about the English countryside. So yeah, I've been playing a lot of Sims 4 lately. I play that. I play Stardew Valley. It's also another one of my favorites. I play a lot of simulation games, and then I play a lot of fantasy adventure too. I also mentioned that I was playing Neverwinter Nights earlier. Neverwinter Nights Enhanced Edition. That's another big stream. That was my 4-hour stream from Friday night. I was trying to get past a certain point in Neverwinter Nights before I went off stream, and it just took a lot longer than I was expecting. So we had a 4-hour stream. That's my longest ever stream the other night for Neverwinter Nights, which is, I guess it's retro. It's not new, but it's not like Atari retro. But I play that. So I play a lot of simulation games, and then retro fantasy adventure stuff is kind of what I do. So yeah, check out the channel and some different things that I do. Okay, so here is level 4. I'm shocked that I made it this far. I'm on my last frog. Let's see how long this one lasts. Oh, well, there you go. I just didn't last very long that time. Okay, well, everybody else had to take off for tonight, and it's been over 2 hours now for the stream. But listen, everybody that came in, thank you so much for coming in and for your support. I really appreciate that. And again, you know, if you like the video or you like the stream, please remember to drop me a follow or a like and subscribe. Love to hang out with you later and play some more games, guys. All right, I will see you guys tomorrow night. Retro's YT signing out. Bye-bye, guys.